Happy New Year! We're in 2019. I almost said 2009. Happy New Year! I hope that so far your year has been going very, 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 very well. Mine has not been. We kind of caught, not kind of, we full on caught the flu in my house for 2 weeks now, and I'm really over it. It's not a good start to my year, and I'm really, really over it. My kids are over it. And so for me, I just started 2019 because we're just now feeling a little bit better, and I just started 2019. I know for many of you, you already started day first, day number 1, and you're ready to go and you're already conquering the world. I just started. For me, it's still New Year's. So happy New Year. Hope it's going well. And today I just wanted to kind of tell you guys something that has been working for me that I hope I can influence you to start doing in your day-to-day life, or some days in your life, and maybe it'll help you in a few things for 2019. The beginning of the year is when we make resolutions for ourselves, right? And let me just pull out I have a list of resolutions that I want, to accomplish this year. And I think we all do this, somewhere in our list. I think most of us have exercise, lose weight, all of that stuff. But we start the year thinking that it's this fresh new start and we're excited and there's 365 days ahead of us. Not anymore, but there was. And we're just so excited, we're just over for the year. 2018 was hard for a lot of people. Some people it was really good, some people it was really hard. So depending on how 2018 or the past few years have been for you, I'm sure you're very excited for 2019, what's to bring. And I am too. I was so ready for 2019. I could not wait. A month in advance, I started making my resolutions because I could not wait. So the Bible says in Colossians 3:2, and it says, I am a little planner here, and it says, think about the things of heaven, not the things of earth. This year, 2019, I encourage you not to think about the things of earth, but to think about the things of heaven. January is a packed month where a lot of churches in the United States do a lot of fasting. Most of them, I think, do the Daniel fast. My church is one of them that does the Daniel fast. And to, ask God to direct our year. Whether you're doing the Daniel fast or some other fast, or you're not fasting at all, I encourage you to take this month, instead of jumping into the month like I want to do and going all out and start conquering the world, take this month to breathe and to pray and to ask God to direct your steps. Everything that we do here in this earth should be to glorify God and should be guided and directed by God. And a lot of us have been taking missteps and have been going through problems and things like that because God isn't really directing our steps, right? Our own feelings are directing our steps. Our own minds, influenced by other people, are directing our steps. And so we go through trouble and we're struggling in so many areas of our lives, and we have for so many years because God has not been in the throne of our hearts. Now, if you haven't if you don't follow Transformation Church, that's what I'm getting the throne of your heart from, not from me, it's from Pastor Michael. But it's true, we need to make sure that God is the one directing our thoughts, our feelings, directing every single decision that we make. Sometimes it hurts to follow God, and sometimes it really hurts to try to be faithful to Him because our own feelings are what we want is something else. But whatever God wants for you is better, I guarantee you. So I encourage you to, in this year, 2019, whether you want to focus on being debt free or losing weight or having a better relationship with your friends or your spouse or your kids or whatever your goals are, resolutions for 2019. I don't need to know them, but if you're making a list of resolutions and you have all of these goals in your mind, make sure that constantly you take this little list and you present it to God in prayer. And you say, God, this is my list. Please guide my steps. Please guide my decisions. And make sure that your thoughts, your emotions, everything is in the things of heaven and not on the things of earth. Not on social media, not on your friends and family and jobs and your huge to-do list, but always thinking of the things of heaven. Because here's the thing, the countdown already began. Jesus is coming, right? Whether we're ready or not, whether we believe it or not, Jesus is coming. The countdown is already, the clock is already ticking. Countdown began. So our minds, our souls, our hearts, everything about us, we need to be thinking of things, the things of heaven. Are we prepared? Are we evangelizing? Are we praying enough? Are we fasting enough? How is our relationship with our family? How is our relationship, with our spouse, with our kids, with other people in our lives? Because Jesus is coming and we need to be ready, and that's ultimately what our focus needs to be in. Give me a second because I need water. All right. So one of the things that has been helping me so far, I started this in December of last year. This is a culmination of ideas from Rachel Hollis and other things I've heard on YouTube. But I'm going to share what I've been doing and what has been helping me to kind of stay focused. And maybe it'll help you. Maybe it'll help you to stay focused or to begin your day. So every day when I wake up for the last month or so, what I do is I read the Bible. I read a chapter of the Bible every day, and I only do a chapter. Sometimes I do more, but I make sure that I highlight. I make sure that I think about. Sometimes I stop and preach to myself out loud, but I really just focus on that chapter and think about everything that I'm reading, because sometimes we're just reading but we're not really paying attention. I make sure to pay attention, and I've been learning a lot. Listen, I've been a Christian for 20 years now, and I've been learning a lot. So that's the first thing I do is read a chapter of the Bible every day. And then the next thing I do is journaling. Now, I write down in my little journal, I have it right here. This is just a normal notebook. This is a notebook I picked up that I used to use when I was a secretary for church, and I didn't have use for it anymore, so now I'm writing my journal. So the first thing that I do is I write 3 to 5 things that I'm grateful for from the day before, or from that morning, like from, man, this is I'm grateful for a delicious cup of coffee, to I'm grateful for God's mercy. I'm just reading down. Number 3, in this particular day, I wrote, I'm grateful for my pastor's life for not being afraid to tell the truth. I'm grateful for being able to wake up early. Like, from small things to big things, whatever you're grateful for. And then I make a list of 10 things that I want to accomplish in my life. Dreams. These are not goals. These are dreams. Ultimate dreams that are unfathomable, that I really want to accomplish in life, as if it had already happened. So one of the things I want to do is lose 40 more pounds. And so I write down every single day, I lost 40 pounds. Tomorrow I will write down, I lost 40 pounds. And I do that for all 10 things. Or I am debt free. Or I am the best massage therapist. I don't even have a license. I haven't even finished my studies. But I write down 10 things, 10 dreams that I have as if they already happened. Every single day, the same thing as if it already happened. And then I choose one of those to focus on. Ultimately, by focus on one of them, because I'm so like writing them down every single day, but I'm focusing on one, every other one starts to kind of align, and I kind of start doing the other ones without even thinking, that I found. So, and then the other thing is, there's a concept, if you go on YouTube, that you're supposed to write down whatever is in your mind when you first wake up for 3 pages. I don't do 3 pages. I don't write every day if I don't feel like it, but sometimes I do. In this particular day, if you look, I started here. I write down whatever is in my mind that day. I just write it down. And here's the thing. Some days it's just like, I'm tired, I wish I was back in bed, things like that. Some days I've had to stop writing because I'm crying and crying and crying because I'm being very raw. Nobody's reading this journal, right? So I'm being very truthful, very raw, and I'm finding out things are coming out of my heart that I didn't know were there or didn't realize it was that much. So I stop and I'm crying and I have to keep. So it's been therapeutic. It's been very good to kind of find out what's in my heart, to forgive. It has been really helping me to work through certain emotions and certain things in life. So these are things that I do every single morning. And then the next thing I do, this is something I used to do for church when I worked for church. And it's how it kept me on top of things and doing so much things, and not being overwhelmed and stuff. This is something I started doing for myself now. So I just make a list. I love lists. So January, I have a list of everything I want to accomplish in this month. And every week I highlight 3 things, 4 things that I want to do that week and focus on. So I forget about everything else and I just focus on those 3, 4 things that I want to make sure that I do. And that keeps me on top of things and focused on things. And you can accomplish a lot of things without even realizing it. It looks like a big list and you're like, oh, I'm never going to do it. But you end up accomplishing a lot more when you make things like that. So those are the things that have been helping me to keep my mind sane, to keep me on top of things. And I just wanted to share with you guys because I know, the year's starting. We want to start well. We want to start organized. We want to accomplish so many things. We want to climb Mount Everest and do more while we're at it. And sometimes we get overwhelmed. Life happens, right? So it's important to find ways. Maybe it'll help you. Maybe you can get little pieces of it to help you. But these are the things that have been helping me. Now, with everything, I always present it to God and I say, God, this is my list. This is what I want to do. Please, even if you have to appear yourself in front of me and stop me from doing something, please do, because I don't want to do anything outside of your will. Please, in 2019, whatever you do, however you plan your day, however you plan your week, make sure that God is in the center of it all. Make sure that your mind is in the things of heaven and not the things of earth, so that it will go well for you. Because as long as God is in control of your life and your decisions and your emotions and everything else, yeah, you're going to fail. Let's be honest. You're going to fail sometimes. You're going to do things that God is not so pleased with. But as long as you're trying to keep God in control and God in the center of your life, it'll go well for you. Even if it's doors that are being closed, it will go well for you because those doors were not supposed to be open for you. And you will be grateful. And I can go on and on and on, but I'm sure that a 15-minute video is enough for you today. So anyways, I just wanted to wish you a happy new year. I hope these little tips helped you in any way. And I'll be praying for you guys. Please keep praying for me, or start praying if you haven't been praying for me, please, because we're all sick in this house. I'll see you guys next week. God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys next time.